The other day I told you about the instrument that we have already within ourselves for us to have our own self-knowledge, which is an actualization, which is an experience, which is that a happening by which we become that. It is the becoming. It is not any brainwashing or sermoning, but it's the becoming I'm talking about. When we say we are the seekers of truth, how truthful are we about this seeking? This is one point we should try to understand. Are we really genuinely seeking? Are we genuine about it? Or we are doing it because it's nice to say that we are seeking the truth. If you have to seek something genuine, you have to be truthful yourself. This is one of the greatest hurdles in Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga is a system by which you jump into the truth itself. You become the truth. You don't see the truth, you don't understand the truth, but you become the truth. It is most amazing thing that human beings don't understand what to expect out of truth. They are seeking truth, but they have no conception about the absolute value of truth. Truth we cannot compromise with. It doesn't have two sides. Like you have day and night. You have right and wrong. It's absolute. There is no compromise about it. For example, as others that the other day told you, that when you get your realization, you start feeling the cool vibrations flowing from your hand. And these cool vibrations are the indication that the divine power has started flowing through you. Now these vibrations that you have are flowing through you like a cool breeze are absolutely genuine. They are much more genuine than genuineness, because human beings always have relative idea of genuineness. For example, say if you take carbon atom, it can be placed in any way. It has got 4 valencies, but it can be placed anywhere in a molecule. You can change the form of it, but still if you go to the details of it, the carbon will remain carbon and hydrogen will remain hydrogen in its basic structure. So the truth, that is the basic thing, cannot change. You cannot mold it, you cannot befool it, you cannot act it. When these vibrations are flowing from you, if there are no vibrations, then you are not there. Nobody can say that you are there, that you are a realized soul, because you are carrying a big horn on your head. You may carry any signs and signatures saying that you are a great person, you have so many following and there are so many people running mad after you. But still you are not a realized soul, and you are not. Even if you are crucified and you are a realized soul, you can feel it, that this one, the one whom we have crucified, is the one who is emitting vibrations. But if the seeker is not truthful or is conditioned and is trying to cheat himself all the time, he is not going to gain anything. In Sahaja Yoga, you have to gain. Nobody else has to gain, it is you who has to gain. So you have to be genuine about it. You cannot purchase it with money. You cannot hide it by any false means. You cannot kill it. It is eternal. If you lose your vibrations in your hands, many people have told me that, Mother, we've lost the vibrations, now what? As if they have achieved something great by losing the vibrations, sometimes I feel. It's a mistake. There's something wrong with you somewhere which you must get it corrected. If you think by talking or by befooling, by hiding things, you are going to achieve anything, you are sadly mistaken. So we have to be extremely truthful to ourselves. We are not to cheat ourselves when we are facing God, when we are facing it. There are some people in this world who destroy others, and there are some who destroy themselves. In the same way, there are some people in this world who cheat others, and there are some who cheat themselves. There are so many things in this world which helps you to do that, is to cheat yourself. So be on the alert, like you read some books. They pamper your vanity, sometimes pamper your ego, and make you feel, oh, I'm alright, I feel alright. And you think that you have really achieved the goal that you wanted to, because certain book says so. Or maybe somebody is a man who is not interested in your well-being and your truth seeking, may give you an idea that, alright, this is the truth, alright. So you believe that this is the truth, and you accept it, that this is the truth. And with that kind of a conditioning, with that kind of an idea within your head, you go ahead and carry on your life. 1 life, 2 lives, 3 lives. You're supposed to be a seeker of truth. How many lives are you going to waste seeking the truth? Are you really genuine about it? Or is it because there is a fashion that one has to talk like that or say like that? Of course, to cheat others is a sin, no doubt. But to cheat yourself itself is also a big obstacle in the seeking of truth. So, we have to realize that we are here to face the truth. And God has created us in such a way that He has placed everything so beautifully within us for this thing to happen, for us to get our self-knowledge. You are not to go in wilderness to find it out. You are not to read anything about it. Which university did Christ go to, or Krishna go to? What education did Rama have as far as university education is concerned? You have to read within yourself. Your own book is within yourself, and to see for yourself in a very humble manner, to understand, where am I? Sahaja Yoga is a system which says Sahaja. Saha means with, and Ja is born. It is born with. Everything born with you is genuine. Do you know that? We do not know. Our hands are genuine. They never cheat us. Our feet are genuine. They never cheat. Do they? Our eyes are genuine. You see something white, it looks white. It is white. Our eyes never tell us that it is black. Only when we are sick, then the whole composition changes and you get all kinds of wrong information from this body of yours. Your heart is genuine. But we teach our heart to cheat. We teach our eyes to cheat. We have pretensions. And the truth knows. When I say this, we should not have self-pity about ourselves. It is never the way to go from one extreme to another. This is a very common condition of human beings. If you tell them one thing, they go from one end to another end. No, you just stand in the center and see for yourself. How much genuine are we to receive the blessings of God? Are we really seeking God, or we are seeking something else behind the name of God? I tell you, everyone who professes any religion should just have this test, and he'll be surprised that either he's seeking money out of him, or he's seeking power out of him, or he's seeking some sort of a physical or maybe a material advantage out of him. That is how we are disillusioned by these people who teach us about truth. Because we find that they are not seekers of truth. They are cheating themselves. A seeker of truth has his attention all the time inside on his seek. He is not bothered about other things. The seeker wants the absolute, the perfect. The seeker doesn't want something that he is not seeking. That's why innocence is the best way one can see. Like a small little child once was lost in a fair. So the child started crying for the mother. And the police people got the child in the hand. So they said, all right, just now wait, we'll get your mother, but first of all you have something else. They gave a nice balloon to the child to play. So the child says, no, I don't want any balloon. I want my mother. So they said, all right, let's take you down. We'll give you some ice cream to eat, some chocolates. The child says, no, I don't want any chocolates. I don't want anything like that. I want the presence of my mother. I want my mother. I won't have anything else. They tried and tried their level best to pacify the child. But the child would not take anything else, but would just ask for the mother. Because child had lost the mother and it was seeking the mother. It was doubting everything else but that. But our sense of discrimination, our sense of understanding, our wisdom is so developed, is so foolishly developed, I would say, that we always miss the truth and grasp the untruth. I don't know how human beings can do it. It's difficult for animals to do, but human beings just manage it. That's all we have done so far in the history. Such great incarnations came on this earth. What did we do out of their lives? We crucified them, gave them poisons, we put them in the jails, we did whatever was possible out of them. How many followed them? 1 or 2? But take Hitler now. How many followed him? Because we have a special identification with falsehood, not with truth. We have lived with falsehood all our lives. Moment to moment you will find we are doing like that. In the name of money, in the name of power. In the war they say everything is fair, in the name of so-called love. With all this, we expect to find the truth. Also we expect that truth should fall at our feet. So, to all the seekers of the truth of this world, I request to know that if you are seeking the truth, this time you don't miss it. It is a genuine, absolute, eternal, joy-giving being within yourself within your heart it resides, is the Atma, is the spirit within you. It does not like cheating. It knows you are cheating. It knows all the field, Kshetraka. It knows what you are doing, what you are playing with, what you are doubting. It knows everything. Because this spirit within you is one with the whole. It keeps absolutely in harmony, unison, concord with the whole. It is we, with our intelligence you may call it, or ego or superego, whatever it is, we try to cheat it. It doesn't like it at all. If you have to become that, if your attention has to get dissolved into that spirit, then keep your attention pure. Purity is the way you are going to get into it. It is something between you and yourself. It is something which is your own concern within yourself. It is for you to decide and to understand. If you are getting vibrations in the hand, if the cool breeze is coming, if your Kundalini has touched the Sahasrara, maybe it is the grace itself is pouring into you. But do not take it for granted. You will not progress fast if you go that slow way. You can only progress if you go on drenching yourself in that grace. This is the first problem of Sahaja Yoga I find, especially in the West. And that's why I have seen that you are more enamored by people who are not genuine and least bothered about someone who is absolutely genuine. The second point that comes to my mind, which is very important, the other day I hinted at it, that when you get your self-realization, it's just the grace that you get it at the first shot. You do get it. It's just the grace that you get it. To maintain it is your job. You lose it very fast, so many of you. Because as soon as you get it in Sahaja Yoga, you start doubting it. Firstly, maybe because you do not think that you are capable of getting a self-realization. You undervalue yourself because you don't know how much God loves you. His creation will be destroyed if He does not give you self-knowledge. It is out of this divine love that you have got your self-realization. But you lose immediately the vibrations, so many of you, because you start doubting. What are you doubting then? Because you are confused. What are you going to gain out of doubting or lose out of doubting? There is no shop here. There is nothing selling. You have paid no money for it. You are not going to lose your powers or anything. If you are a king, you will remain a king, may become even a greater king. If you are a student, you might become a better student. What is there to lose that you have started doubting and playing with it? Perhaps very few realize the value of self-realization. I've seen the sick realize it more than the healthy people sometimes, because sick feel comforted in their body. But how shallow we are, just think of it. Sometimes this amrose, this amrut is given to someone who doesn't know the value of this. I had some great saints in India who told me, who know me and who know my work, that mother, you are wasting your energy on these people. They are no good. They don't want to come down. I said, why do you say like that? I know they are seekers of the ancient times. They are great people who have been seeking the truth, and today they are born as normal householders. But they said they are so identified with other things that it is going to be very difficult for them to accept it. You have to steady yourself on the platform of truth, which itself plays around. It tests you. There are ways of testing it. Every minute it is testing. You have to settle down on it. While I have seen many people saying that why should we lose vibration? I mean, see the attitude I am saying. You are a seeker. Truth is not the seeker, sir. You have to settle down there, isn't it? You have to sit down there, isn't it? Because you are going to gain. You are going to get the joy that is truth, that is love, that is eternal. It is you are going to benefit. So why be that shallow? Why be that frivolous? Because you are people of ancient ages have been seeking the truth. There are people I have seen, you see, the other day. I had met a man who was on the TV or something, and he was talking big things about wholesomeness and also of seeking and self-knowledge. When he confronted me, I found him absolutely shallow. Good for nothing. Absolutely useless fellow. He said, I must have the experience. I said, why must you have, sir? Are you entitled? Because you can give a big lecture in BBC, because you have read this book of this man and that book of that man. It judges you, my children. It judges you every minute. You are judging it, but it judges you. Perhaps, I hope in my lifetime, I may be able to see that truth is dawned upon this earth, in your hearts, and that thousands and thousands of you who are really the seekers receive it. But it's a living process. It is not an artificial process. It is not just a movement, linear movement like that. It is a living process. There are so many things that have to work it out. Like you can have many plastic flowers, but to get one flower, how much time one has to spend watching it blossoming? This growth does not cut anyone. It doesn't move in a linear way as other growths do, like your power, like your political, economic growths. They move in lines. They have no relationship with others, you see. There is no relationship with the whole. They have no sense of proportion. Like somebody's nose increasing, somebody's ears increasing. It's a cancer. All these movements will lead to cancer, means they will eat you off. They have to eat up somebody to make their way. They just start blindly moving one side, then they cannot turn round. It's a wholesome, living movement. And that takes time. It can work out very fast. It can go into a chain reaction. I can assure you, if you all decide to be genuine about it and humble about it. If you little bit change your attitude about Sahaja Yoga, that there is nothing selling here, that you are the seeker, you have to knock the door, you have to ask for it, and then you will be blessed. This is the biggest gap I find, and that's why sometimes I feel extremely helpless. Please try to understand. Please understand, this is the situation. You are seekers. You are really genuine seekers. You have been seeking for thousands of years, which has been said in the scriptures. And you are born on this earth to get your right as the citizen of kingdom of God. But seek that. Do not seek anything else, because nothing else is important, neither fulfilling, nor rewarding, neither perfect. Today we are going to have the meditation now after this. In Sahaja Yoga, the meditation has only one simple meaning, is that the Kundalini has to rise from the triangular bone there and has to touch the Sahasrara here and open you to the subtle point. This is a simple thing, is meditation. After realization also meditation means the same, that you keep your Kundalini high up, hanging there, one with the subtle collective consciousness, with the universal, all pervading power of God's love. Once you are there, you are just hanged up into that blissful state. Then diseases don't come to you. Then mental tortures don't come to you. You become a witness, and you become the instrument of that power which is all pervading, and you get the collective consciousness within you. It happens to you. If it does not happen to you, then genuinely there are some defect somewhere which one has to correct. For which I am willing to work hard. And there are so many who have got it also. So you are also going to get it. And you are also going to feel it. There is no problem about it. It is a gift. It is not an enticement. Do not mislead yourself any longer. You have done quite a lot. Now please receive the gift and establish it within yourself. Do not identify yourself with all false ideas. Say, if you are a Christian, then I am a Christian. Only Christ is the one. Because He is the one, no doubt, but He means many things. Or if I am a Muslim, then Muhammad Sahib is the only one. Or if I am a Jew, then I do not believe in Christ. There are many like these madcaps all around. You are not that type. Get over these boundaries and false identifications and raise your vision higher, which is called as adhisthana. You put yourself higher than what you are, which you are, and just say that I am a seeker of truth. Does this behove me, my personality? How can I think like that about it? The truth has to be universal and has to be for all of them, whether they are Christians, Jews, Hindus, Muslims, atheists. It has to be for every one of you. So you do not put it into compartments and strangle it, because then that is the end for your seed. That is the death of your seed. As I told you before, a tree has many flowers and it has beautiful one whole personality. People take the flowers with them, saying, this is my flower, this is my flower. They remove it from the whole and the flowers become ugly and die out. The sap of life moves in the tree all over. It does not stick on to one flower, because it is one in union with the power of God. We human beings are separated, especially for the purpose of our independent development. But in our wisdom we should be able to see all this around us and learn from it. There are so many things which teach us that do not get into compartments. Does a tree says that I belong to England or I belong to India? If it cannot prosper in one climate, it does not, that's all. As human beings, you are the highest and are the wisest and the best. Let God see how this blossoming time flowers you into beautiful fruits of His work, of His creation. May God bless you all. Will you put your hands like this towards me? Just like this, and take out your shoes. Now you are here for seeking and not for any mental acrobatics. So please tell your mind to shut up for a while. So far you have not been able to find it. Alright. So let us go ahead. And now do not put your mind to any exercise. Just put your hands in a very simple manner like this, in a most comfortable position. Do not put any strain on your body. If there is anything tight, please remove it. And better sit little comfortably. Just most comfortable. But put both the feet touching on the ground. Close your eyes. Please close your eyes, because when Kundalini crosses over the Agya, there's a dilatation of the pupil. And then eyes little bit, so you feel little bit blind for a little while, but please keep them closed, otherwise the Kundalini won't cross, you see, because she doesn't want to disturb you, see. So she'll keep below the Agya. Now, if you cannot close your eyes properly in the sense that there is any flickering in the eyelids, please open. Don't be angry with yourself. You see, it is not true of everyone what I said is, but it is a little bit in every one of us. A little bit of that lacking sometimes, you see. So please don't be angry with yourself, but love yourself. By loving, you will be able to judge it what is good and bad for you. Just don't think about it. It will work without thinking. With thinking it is not going to work out. So just leave your thinking one side. You're not to think. Most of you have become blank. We have to get it like a small child wants to have his mother. In the same way, you have to get to the truth. That's all. Very simple. But tell your mind to rest a while, and not to take you to too much thinking. That is very important. Because this mind only cheats you all the time. Train it up properly. You should record it. Vibration. If you are getting any cool breeze in your hand, all those who have come for the first time should see. If there is any cool breeze coming in your hand, through your fingers, fingertips, go deep into the experience. Very deep. are getting cool breeze, please raise your hands. All of you. One यार है? क्या बात है? वहाँ पे करूँ तो वहाँ क्या है? Those who have come today for the first time, please raise your hands who are getting cool breeze. For the first time. आ रहा है उनको cool breeze? नहीं आ रहा? उनके बंधन जो तुम्हारा आ जाएंगे. Now those who have come for the first time and are not getting cool breeze, please raise your hands. First time and are not getting cool breeze, please raise your hands. Have you come for the first time? Have you? This lady asked, have you come? Yes? Then are you getting cool breeze in the hand? Then raise your hands. Did you follow my point? Those who have come for the first time and are not getting cool breeze, please raise your hands. Are not getting cool breeze? What's the matter? Doubting? You're going to waste all your time like this, my child. Are you? Why are you going to waste? Please raise. Are you getting cool breeze? No. Then again, raise again. All of you who have come for the first time and are not getting cool breeze, please raise your hands. Are you getting cool breeze? Good. That's the new one who has come. I'm so happy. Very happy you all have got it. Are you feeling better now? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. What about that lady there? Are you getting cool breeze? No, getting it? Little bit. Alright, let it work out. Close your eyes. It will work out. Alright? Only 4 people are not getting it. Alright. Have you been to any gurus? Have you been to any gurus? Guru. What you call them? Masters or gurus or I don't know. Not all names. What do you say to gurus? Spiritual leaders.